This comes in powder form. That's quite interesting. All right, so just got back from work. I've got a little bit of beef right here, salt, pepper, hot oil, pan. I got these discounted high protein thins. 7.8 grams of protein per thin. I'm gonna just have one actually, but 55p, pretty good. Toast that. And once that's hot. So today was a pretty basic day. 9 to 5 at work, and then went to the gym, and I got to do a pretty good back session. My shoulder's feeling better. I'm not feeling any tension in the tendon until I do certain things, like really specific things are kind of affecting my tendon right now. I think I'm almost out, you know. So I'm just training lower body twice and back. So tomorrow is either going to be, I don't know, maybe it's just going to be arms. I'm not going to lie, because my shoulder doesn't hurt when I do arms, so that's a good way to keep that going. A little bit of Cajun seasoning. But today, back day, good rows, good stuff. I got a little bit of footage, and I talked to a really, really jacked dude called Pit, and dude has phenomenal physique. It's ridiculous, and it's really nice to make a gym friends because you get to talk about like some of the harder stuff that's like less relatable. Like we kind of talked about a bit like these kind of when you have too much caffeine pre-workout or something like that, you get the jitters and the heart palpitations and like the sort of physical panic attack, like a physiological response to stress, rather than like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. I work it hard. That kind of stress isn't the same as like straight up physical stress, like too much caffeine, not enough sleep, not enough food, whatever. And sort of the backside is backside. Insert Vine Zoom second. But more like the I don't know, the niche stuff of like gym culture, you know? When you're in the gym for long enough, you kind of start to experience these things, and whether it's because you're in the pre-workout for you, the reasons, the motivation behind working out, it kind of ends up being that way. So it's just cool to be able to talk about stuff like that. I guess it's just not something I talk about with my coworkers or my girlfriend. So, when you're at the gym, talk to people. Everyone's in there for the same reason, more or less. So, there's definitely some relatable stuff out there and some lessons to be learned. You can always learn something from people. It doesn't matter if they've been working out longer than you, less than you. You can learn so much from so many people just because they might not be doing something from a particularly more or less educated standpoint than you, but they might do it from instinct, and that instinct sometimes wins over straight up knowledge, right? You can read a book, but if you don't know how to connect to your lat, you're never going to learn how to do a lat pull down from just words. You have to create that connection. And so you can find hints from people, like how to visualize a lift or stuff like that, where you can, I don't know, focus on the lessons you can learn from people and the relatable moments. Like gym-induced anxiety. That's normal, right? Everyone's had that. Anyway, this is just about ready. And we'll add half an avocado for good fats. And for this meal, I like to go with sriracha chili mayo. It's the only condiment I have. I just bought some mayo. Might add some mayo too. Anyway, how was your day? Did you eat? Did you drink? Did you have water? Did you gym? I don't know. Let me know. I'm always curious what people get up to in their days, especially if you don't work out. What do you do? You know what I mean? I think when fitness is like, when you're a busy person, trying to fit in fitness, trying to fitness, sorry, I was about to go down the tangent there. But in the, it's hot. But with all the stuff, like, basically having a 9 to 5 or so, whatever it takes to sustain yourself, and then on top of that, working out. I don't know when. I don't know. I barely have time to think about anything else. You know what I mean? I think this is why it ends up so much at the forefront of my videos. This is dinner. Well, it's my first dinner. I'm gonna have some potatoes later. Avocado, beef, cheese. Could have made an egg. Gonna make an egg. Now that's dinner. Egg on top. Boom. I'm gonna eat this. I'll show you what I make next. Maybe you're interested in how I make some like easy, high protein food that tastes good and isn't like chicken, broccoli, and rice. I don't really do that diet. I don't really diet like that. I just kind of eat meals like this. As promised, follow up on dinner, beef, sweet potato, cheese. That's it. That's gonna be good, honestly.